Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Got some hoop stocks to talk about this. Yeah.
What? That's a citation. Whoa. Whoa.
Should I restart this?
No.
Oh, so no for
nah,
me.
we started one and I stuttered something crazy and we still left it in. Remember that?
No.
That was like the 5th episode.
No.
Oh, you don't remember, but I remember it. Trust me.
Oh, so
we are keeping this in. That was the stutter of the century. Citations issued everywhere.
Well, welcome back to the podcast, everyone.
Well, we said it correctly this time.
I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. It's crappy looking outside, and Gianni, I guess, wants to pick a fight.
Nah, I thought you were going to get, like, progressively mad as you were giving the intro. It's like,
I was like, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. No. No, just mellowed out and everything.
It's a Sunday, it's raining.
It's muggy outside. It's not. It was really nice yesterday, but.
That's what I hate about Massachusetts. Like, it's the most inconsistent weather patterns.
I mean, nor'easter and stuff. So, but hopefully everybody's having a good day. For NBA fans, I don't know what to tell you guys. Yeah. I mean, Brooklyn. We're gonna talk about Brooklyn. We're gonna talk about how Drummond's gonna be a Laker in less than an hour and a half, and yeah, trade deadline news and how Lou Williams almost really contemplated retirement. So.
And might I start by saying, Andre Drummond, you are a punk, bro. That's all I got to say.
No, why, if anything, why Drummond?
I mean, who else? LaMarcus Aldridge?
Nah, I was saying
like... I'm not... I didn't mean that, but I wouldn't say you're a punk. That's some easy road type of stuff you were.
Didn't you just say, weren't you defending KD before we even started recording about him getting help?
Yeah, that's different. Because
how's that different?
If you're going... Why not... If you're KD and you're going up against LeBron James, the best player ever, debatable, but one of the best players ever.
We're not acting like LeBron James was the one-man army who's led multiple teams to championships by himself.
Which is fair. Now he gets Andre Drummond.
No, but I feel the happiest person about that, though, that would be on the Lakers is probably Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he gets some of that.
He said that he doesn't want to play the 5 at all. He loves playing the power forward position.
I mean, I would too if I wasn't.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, shoot, he's a devastating center anyway. But now I guess they got that. I don't know if the Lakers would re-sign Andre Drummond though. I say depending how he actually performs. Mm-hmm. But I mean, shoot, I guess they needed some help at the 5. I mean, Montrez is really good, but I guess he feels more suited as a 6-man, and then you got Gasol, who's on the back burner of his career now. He maybe has
ring chasing.
I would say he has maybe 1 or 2 years left, at least in my opinion, the way he's been playing. But yeah, and then you got LeBron, who's trying to keep pushing the envelope of how kind of keep building that resume for being the best player of all time, Jason Mike, and yeah, and then you got out east. And I saw on Twitter there was people actually really trying to debate how. Actually, no. Let me ask you this first before I even go into talking about the East. Do you think that it's a foregone conclusion right now that Brooklyn is going to the finals?
I don't think any team is always a conclusion to get to the finals because we've seen plenty of upsets, and we're not going to act like Golden State versus Dallas. What was it?
Golden State versus Dallas.
It was almost a decade ago, I think.
Oh, you're talking about the 8th seed.
Like the We Believe Warriors.
No, but the thing about the We Believe Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks, the Dallas Mavericks weren't no super team.
But they were up there.
No.
They were not expected to lose.
Who did the Dallas Mavericks have besides? It was Dirk. What was his name? Ah, crap. This is dating back to 07.
It was a while ago.
What was his name? Crap, I forgot. I'm gonna. Michael Finley.
Yeah.
They had Dirk, Michael Finley. They didn't have Steve Nash.
I don't think Jason Terry was on the team. That was
no, actually, no. I think the Jet was still there. No, but that's the thing. You can't say because another thing is
because the Warriors
Dallas really crapped the bed.
Yeah.
And the We Believe Warriors.
That's still an upset. You can't say it.
I'm not saying no, but you're trying to say it's on the scale. Like which team is better, that Dallas team or this Brooklyn team?
Well, obviously the Brooklyn team.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, are you thinking
You told me to name an upset.
No, but I'm talking about name. All right, but see, all right, you answered the question. But I'm talking about, do you see a team in the East that would be able to I'm asking you, is Brooklyn making it to the finals? Yes or no?
That's a loaded question, to be honest.
Is Brooklyn
They're built to do it.
Is Brooklyn going to the finals? I'm not. You can dissect it as however you want to. I just want a yes or no answer.
You can't give a yes or no answer.
I said you can dissect it. It's like at this point right now. At this point, you haven't seen them play yet. On paper, do you think they're going to the finals?
Yes, because their team is literally built for that.
Now, is it a huge debate?
Not really.
So, see, why was it such a hard question?
Because I was thinking about all the teams in the East that could compete.
Like who?
Boston could compete.
I'm not saying like who, like these teams can't, but I just want you to.
I would say Philadelphia, but.
And all right, so I'm glad you brought up Philadelphia because I saw on Twitter that people were actually trying to say that Philadelphia in 6 and all this other stuff about Philadelphia going to. If we're healthy, we're gonna be fine. It's like here's the thing: if LaMarcus Aldridge even plays remotely, not even how he played the last couple of years in San Antonio, but if they even adapt to their roles really well, then it's like they got a mid 2010s All-Star team on their team now. So back in 2016, this would have been an All-Star team.
Yeah.
Because how would you go about the starters? Well, obviously Kyrie, Harden, KD,
Blake.
Wait, but has Blake even been starting like that?
I don't know.
I feel what they would do, I guess, have Joe Harris at the 3, and then KD at the 4, and then whoever, Jordan at the 5, and then I guess you got those two guys.
Someone's gonna come up with that shit. Yeah.
But my thing is, I don't think I feel they'll make a splash, and I feel they might even go all the way to the finals. But I don't know. With all this talk about Philadelphia and all this other
Philadelphia's not going anywhere. The only reason I said they could compete is because of JoJo.
I mean, yeah, who's guarding it? I mean, either way, nobody on that team guarding Embiid.
Yeah.
Who you could put? Nick Claxton. Nick
40.
Claxton, but
50.
here's the thing. But I don't want to hear all this talk, and now it's just like,
can't even get past.
It's starting to get annoying at this point. I know I've seen people kind of have their opinions about it, and I know Stephen A. He was kind of going nuts. Well, he wasn't really going nuts, but he's like, "Where's the competition?" And I kind of feel this it's not as big, like, oh my God, it's not DeMarcus Cousins going to the Warriors kind of thing. Yeah. Granted, they still lost, but
Boogie sucked.
No. If anything, I say Boogie played probably the best since he came back when he was on that team. Because on a team of stars, he was still putting up 16 points in them. I don't know how big of a sample size he was actually playing, but I mean, shoot.
He wasn't Boogie Cousins.
No, I know he hasn't been Boogie Cousins since he tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
But seeing how KD kind of bounced back, but again they have different play styles. But I don't know. It's gonna get interesting. I just don't know if this Brooklyn team is kind of how everybody thinks it might be. Then the league's kind of in trouble. But I just don't know if this team will run it back.
Yeah.
But it's like you got 1 year of parity in the NBA, and now it's all back to everybody trying to group up.
They're built for a championship now, obviously, because everyone's eventually going to get old. They're already kind of old.
They kind of I'd say they have 3 years with the Harden, KD, Kyrie experiment.
Yeah.
If you don't develop, but here's the thing.
If you don't win a chip with that, you're not winning a chip with anything, in my opinion.
I don't know. And I remember I saw a post on Twitter about overrated NBA players. And KD was on there. Him, Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, and I forgot the last. I don't get why everybody, just because you can't say the Jazz, you can't put it on Donovan Mitchell being overrated while the Jazz are first seed in the Western Conference. People are saying that
KD isn't overrated. I'm not trying to hear that.
No. I think people are just more upset about the fact that KD is getting all the help anybody could ever ask for.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason people are getting upset about that. It's like, how much more help do you really need? You're Kevin Durant, but it's more about and I told you earlier today, I feel that 3-1 loss against Golden State really screwed with his head.
Because I would say so,
but look at everything that happened afterwards.
He signed to Golden State.
He lost. Signs with the defending champions. He wins 2 championships. he tears his Achilles and all that, getting in a fallout with the Golden State Warriors, and then he goes to Brooklyn to pair up with Kyrie Irving. And then as soon as because he had to do that, he had to redshirt a year because of his Achilles, and he comes back. They get MVP James Harden. They get Blake Griffin. They get LaMarcus Aldridge now.
I'll tell you what, that team is literally filled with a group of underachievers, people who couldn't succeed by themselves. Blake couldn't succeed by himself. James Harden.
But Blake. No, I can see the arguments with Kyrie, Harden. Blake has just been riddled with injuries. I feel he's been just suffering with a strand of bad luck, and then he got traded when he didn't want to leave in the first place.
Yeah.
So, and he's been playing like some poop. And then LaMarcus, he tried to pull the super team move by going to San Antonio, but that just didn't work out for him. But yeah, underachievers, yeah, except I would say are not even underachievers when it comes to winning championships.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because Kyrie went to Boston, wanted to make his own team, wanted to be his own man and lead his own team.
Couldn't do that.
Couldn't do it 2 years. First year was fun until he went down, and even then that was still a fun year. And then season 2 was just a disaster. Harden was always around the finals, but just could never make. And quite honestly, if Harden made at least one finals as a member of the Rockets, he probably would have been a champion. But
I wouldn't have said they were underachievers. It's like,
no, it's more about him. He just wasn't showing up, and they had to shoot historically bad, to not make it to the NBA Finals that year. And if they would have just shot average, or even just hit the few shots that they took, because they were taking wide open ones, they were taking just, And then with in terms of KD, because quite honestly, in my opinion, Harden should have already been a champion by now.
Yeah.
And then with KD, we can't blame 2012 on either one of those guys because they were young. Those guys were led. I think KD was 22 years old when they made it to the finals, and then they blew the 3-1 lead in 16, and then he goes and signs with Golden State and this, that, and people are like, oh, you should have asterisks next to those championships.
Yeah, you cannot have asterisks against championship rings. It's a ring, in my opinion.
No, but no. You can say in your opinion, but other people's opinions will be not every championship ring is treated the same. Because if that's the case, why are people downplaying the fact that Bill Russell won 11 championships?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Would you say Dirk's championship ring is worth more than somebody else's championship ring? Because Dirk had to bust his ass for it, while somebody else really
You could say that about the 13th player on the bench who still got a ring.
Patrick McCaw.
He has 3 rings.
He has 3 rings, but I feel if you're
absolutely nothing.
If you're Dirk, he said, I'd rather have my 1 championship that I was responsible for getting than to have 3 championships. Because you won't really go down in history like that unless you're Robert Horry. Because this dude's a 7-time champion. He's Big Shot Bob for a reason. Then to be Patrick McCaw, you have 3 rings, but not many people are going to
right place, right time.
No, exactly. Right place at the right time. This dude 3-peated by going to the right teams. Shoot, more power. You can't
blame him.
No, more power to him. No. You definitely can't blame him. It's not Patrick McCaw's fault that he was picked up by the Warriors and then they wanted to go on their little.
Already has more rings than James Harden.
Shoot,
KD.
Jeremy Lin got a ring before Melo did. So.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know.
Wait, KD got 2 rings, right?
KD has, yes, I think he just has the 2. I'm trying, because they won in 17, won in 18. Yeah, so KD has won 2 championships.
I felt
probably
like that team was
3.
I felt like that Warriors team was going to be like a dynasty for a long time.
Yeah, but then it
kind of fell apart.
You see how things go. But yeah, we just gotta wait and see how that goes when it comes to Brooklyn and all that. Trade deadline was actually pretty fun. It wasn't super
as
crazy,
eventful,
but a lot of moves were made. Denver got better in my opinion. I feel Boston, at least Boston made a move.
Every Gary in the league got
traded. Got rid of Daniel Tice. Hallelujah. Daniel Tice.
You suck.
I know we gave him a lot of crap for being. I knew he just tried to play the best that he could. It wasn't like this dude was playing like ass. It was just like
he just couldn't.
We can't rely on you to defend the big boys like Embiid.
Especially when someone better than you was coming off the bench.
Robert Williams is big time. He's going to be big time. And seeing that Drummond's going to get picked up by the Lakers in about an hour, I kind of feel it's a blessing in disguise. I would have much rather gotten Aaron Gordon if it became between those guys. But yeah,
I wouldn't have.
you wouldn't have wanted Aaron Gordon.
Have you seen how he's been playing?
Yeah, shooting above 40% from 3, and the dude can play defense. I would much rather have somebody like that than Andre Drummond on this team.
You see what I saw.
Johnny, yeah,
I
you
think
shot 1 for 10 the last few games.
I think it was his last game, or I think it was.
Yeah, he wasn't shooting the greatest, but
no, he had a really good game recently. I think he had like 38 or something like that. But I feel like he's been declining a little bit.
What are you talking about?
No, from what I saw, it's like I saw.
Are you talking about year-to-year basis or just
year to year?
I mean, now he's in a different situation where he said he wants to be on a contender.
Yeah, I feel like he'll definitely.
He's a good player. I don't believe
I'm not saying he's a bad player.
But I'm not. All right, but I don't want to say that he's gonna be. He's kind of how Jeremy Grant's gonna be. Well, was for Denver. He's gonna be that high energy guy. The dude's athletic.
He's a better Jeremy Grant. Well, not now.
No, Jeremy Grant. He's proved that he can be that 20-point per game guy. And yeah, I don't know if he'll stay with Denver long term, but I mean the Magic kind of now know what they're rebuilding from a rebuild now. They traded Vucevic to Chicago, so now Zach LaVine kind of is not really leaving Chicago at least anymore because he kind of got some help a little bit. And yeah, the Celtics got Evan Fournier. They got
that was weird to see on like I don't know.
I would say the thing is with Evan Fournier, and also they got Mo Wagner and Luke Cornett, and I don't know if they got somebody else.
I think I'm sad that we traded Javante though.
Yeah, I know. I bet it was hard.
He got a block, like a grown man block on DeMar. I think it was yesterday.
Wait, did he finally suit up for the Bulls?
Yeah, he's wearing number 11. Jersey looked clean. I'm not gonna lie.
I hope he does find himself.
Take care of him for us.
I mean, shoot. And it came down to Chicago. They asked, like, do you want Tice or do you want Tristan Thompson? They said, give us Tice. And so, all right, we'll take Tice. So I think that's where Luke Cornett came from, I believe. But yeah, and then Lou Williams got sent back to Atlanta with the Magic City Wings. And but yeah,
those wings look good. I'm not gonna lie.
But let me tell you this: Lou Williams was actually contemplating retirement after he got traded, because obviously he said that if he got traded from the Clippers, he was going to retire.
And I understand why too. It's like you build so much, for it to go to waste like that. Like
I understand where he came from, but also it's kind of you can't hold the team hostage because you also signed the contract. It's not like you had a no trade clause in your agreement, so. And another thing is, I wonder how the trade would have worked out if Lou Will actually did retire. I think if
they're probably gonna end up.
I think they would have got compensated with a draft pick or something,
or another player,
or yeah, something like that, just to make the trade work. But yeah, with the trade deadline and everything, Victor Oladipo is now a member of the Miami Heat, and the Rockets. I would say the bigger. Who would you say were the bigger winners of the trade deadline? I would say Denver, definitely.
I would say probably Chicago.
I mean,
they got a lot.
They got a 20-point per game scorer in Vucevic to help out LaVine.
They got Tice, which is
something.
Yeah, something. And they got Tice for Mo Wagner. I feel like they're not equally as good, but
Mo Wagner kind of
tailors more to what we need, I guess.
I mean, we got a couple of shooting big men now, and I'm kind of glad that
Luke Cornett.
I'm glad we kind of. What are you talking about?
I haven't seen him play a lot,
dude. You should have saw him yesterday. The dude came in and acted like Larry Bird. He acted like Larry Bird for like 30 seconds.
I thought that was Mo Wagner with it.
If you're talking about the Milwaukee game, that's different. We played, I believe, we played OKC yesterday. And Cornette came in, first 30 seconds of him coming in, he hit back-to-back threes.
Okay. I wasn't watching.
You should probably be watching some of these games a little bit more.
No, I just haven't seen him play a lot.
Or be keeping time. I understand.
I know he's played for a couple of teams.
Oh, did you know Larry Bird's going to get a documentary? Really? Or a biopic, I mean.
Really?
Yes.
It's going to be like The Last Dance or something like that?
No. That's a documentary. This is a biopic.
Oh, so it's like a movie.
Well, it's a movie based on him. So it's based about his career and all that stuff. That was just a fun tidbit to add in. But yeah, I'd say Celtics got a little bit better they got more by getting rid by, I guess, doing less. Because, yeah, they did the Evan Fournier
deal. I'm so glad we got rid of Jeff Teague.
We dropped Jeff Teague. We moved Tice. So it was kind of fun to see some of the other guys who really weren't getting an opportunity. So Jeff Teague's gonna be a free agent now, but I don't think Boston would ever.
No one's gonna pick him up.
No, I feel a team will. But I feel Boston was wanting to be like, hey, let's move with these young guys. I'm glad Carson Edwards got minutes. I'm glad Peyton Pritchard kind of showing that he's been kind of a steal of the draft. And I'm kind of glad the younger guys. I always like seeing Taco getting minutes. That's good.
Yeah, everybody loves seeing Taco get minutes.
But I want him to develop.
Yeah, we need to develop. How tall is he? 7'7"? Like
no, I don't think. I think he might be 7'5".
Yeah, he's something like that.
Not 7'7".
He's like 8'9".
But yeah, a lot of fun things that are going to be coming up. I mean, we got to just wait and see how the NBA plays out. I hope the Celtics been playing how the Celtics should be playing. And this is even without bringing Fournier in because he's out on COVID protocol and all that stuff. And yeah, we just got to wait and see. We're waiting for some of these stars to get back from injury. I'm excited because baseball's coming back this week. So that's got me hyped. So it kind of like the blow of seeing how the NBA is acting right now with all these guys getting together to make teams and everything. It's kind of cushioned the blow knowing that baseball is coming back. So I got that to look forward to anyway. So, but yeah, Brooklyn looks like they're kind of on a collision course for the NBA Finals. We just got to wait and see how things play out. We got to see how that team gels and all this stuff. But also, kind of seeing how they keep adding more and more pieces. I wonder what's going to happen with Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Don't know what will happen with Spencer Dinwiddie, though.
I hope they don't, just relegate him to the bench or something like that.
I feel that's what is going to have to happen. But I feel Dinwiddie knows he's probably a better player than that. I think if he doesn't mind the prospect of winning championships, then I guess he'll stay. Or he might pull let me get one ring and then let me go and cash in on a payday.
Go to the Pacers because it's scared.
And I remember, I don't know, it's just weird seeing.
That'd be cool to see.
We just got to see because now Miami's a team to look out for now because they kind of got that piece that they've been looking for. And
I don't
Celtics,
feel like
if the Celtics play a little bit better, they got that. And we just got to see how the rest of the league does. I feel Denver probably will go nuts. And Nikola Jokic is kind of a dark horse for MVP right now in my eyes.
In the first couple games, I felt like he was.
I mean, that's a dude that people need to really be talking about more. Dude's averaging 26 points with nearly 12 rebounds, and he's averaging nearly a triple-double. And now that that team's gotten a little bit more help now with Aaron Gordon, I feel.
But Russ does it. What was it, 2016?
No. I don't like. All right. I'll kind of say we just use this as a kind of lasting topic. Yeah. With Russ. I remember if you would have told someone 5 years ago or 10 years ago, before this was say back in 2017, but 2007 or something like that, when a triple double was super rare and all this stuff, you tell them somebody in the league's gonna have a triple double. How would you feel about that? Well, this player would be one of the better players of all time. And that's not saying that Russ isn't one of the greatest players. I wouldn't even say of all time, but he's one of the greatest players of his era. But the fact that people wanna downplay the fact that this dude did it for 3 straight seasons and he won an MVP, because people would definitely say, oh, he's the MVP of the league. He won it because of the storyline, and people knew that Russ could do it. And then people want to be like, oh, they want to make up all these narratives. Oh, he only plays for himself. Stat patter. That's why his team that's why a Russell Westbrook team hasn't been out of the first round since he's been partnered up with Kevin Durant anyway. And it's like, but then you see Jokic, he's playing towards actually winning basketball and whatnot. And I feel the Nuggets, they were kind of sluggish coming out of the gates, but then you see how Jokic is playing, how the team's progressing a little bit more. The West is going to be a bloodbath, I feel like. The East, I don't know. But, I mean, the playoffs are going to get exciting.
For sure.
Who do you got coming out of the West? You think the Lakers are going to make another appearance now that they got Drummond or what?
I don't think Drummond really does anything besides
he grabs rebounds, he scores.
I feel like maybe it's gonna be a toss up between the Lakers and not Denver, but if they do match up, that's going to be a fun couple games to watch. Word. And people forget about the Clippers. And
I mean, they did get Rondo.
They need to actually win some series. Not choke a 3-1 lead.
Now, you think they need to make it to the conference finals this year?
Yes, that's for people to take them serious.
Vermont still have that franchise curse on them that they've never made even a conference final.
Crazy. They had the chance. They blew it.
I mean, they've blown it on multiple occasions.
And I blame that
A lot of
mostly on I blame it on Doc Rivers, Lou Will, and basically everybody. They all played like shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we got a lot of questions that are going to be answered throughout these next few months, and then we'll just have to see how the rest of the season plays out. And, yeah, got that going on. No, the frequent rotation post will be up in a little while, probably before this even goes live. But I'd say we wrap it up there. Thank you guys for enjoying. I hope if you're a Nets fan, I hope you're probably super ecstatic right now, just like Lakers fans and all you guys out there. Baseball fans, rejoice because the season's coming back.
Shout out to Javante Green. We miss him.
And yeah, and then fans of on site. You guys got this tidbit. We love you guys. Take care now.